All right, let's talk about it with our TSN basketball analysts, Leo Rautins and Kia Nurse. And first of all, it's great to see you guys.
I know, it's been a while.
I know, it's been too long. We're watching this game. The Raptors are struggling with their shot. Then all of a sudden, Immanuel Quickley hits this game-winning shot. How did the Raptors get such a good look in that last shot?
Well, I think, honestly, the play was really well drawn up by Darko, and I think part of the play was using R.J. Barrett as a distraction because he'd been so successful in that fourth quarter. So as he came off that initial cut, everybody was moving towards the ball, and a great screen set by Scotty Barnes that allowed him to get it off, and I would give the coaching staff quite a bit of credit on that one.
Fair enough.
I tell you what, though, think about it. I mean, they couldn't buy a 3 all game.
Yeah.
They go 4 or 7 from 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But not only quickly, but think about R.J. Barrett, right? Last 3 fourth quarters, he's got 40 points. Right, that's an impact guy. So you can understand, like, when you're talking about all kinds of different potential things that could happen. I like this guy.
I really like
around.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I love what Brandon Ingram has brought to this team. Now, the news wasn't great on Brandon on Wednesday because it's a sprained thumb. X-rays are negative. Let's say this turns out to be something worse than it is. How massive a loss would this be for this team if BI was out for any length of time?
Well, I mean, it's a huge loss. I think what you look at when you get from BI for this Toronto Raptors team is a lot of it is just his ability to score in isolation basketball, right? And there's often times when this Toronto Raptors team goes on these scoring droughts and they struggle in the half court. The times when they're really into games, it's when they're turning teams over, getting steals and getting out in transition. So BI is kind of like a safe fail for them oftentimes. So any amount of time where he misses is going to be tough. What the good thing is, in the last game that they played, Quickley and RJ played really good games. So it allows them to kind of get that boost of confidence moving forward, knowing if BI's out that they can do that as well.
Timing's kind of tough right now. I mean, think of what's coming in January, right? This schedule is not going to be easy. Now, you see this right here? You see this? Can you see that?
Let's look at that.
It's gross.
Look at that.
See that
wow.
thumb? See, this is
That's funky.
so you can play with this. You can play with this.
Yeah.
Right?
In the olden days.
Yeah.
In the old days, you play with that.
Back at Syracuse.
Hopefully, it's something he can play with, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so these can be tricky.
Yeah.
It can be something you can play through. Sometimes you're just going to have to let it settle down. But hopefully, he can play because this is going to be a tough month. It really is.
Guys, this is what I really wanted to talk to you about. A blockbuster trade on Wednesday night. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Atlanta Hawks have indeed traded Trae Young to the Washington Wizards. No picks involved here, guys. CJ McCollum, Corey Kispert go the other way. We know the story. Trae Young wanted out of Atlanta. He and his agents worked with several teams to try to get a deal. But apparently, guys, the Washington Wizards were Trae Young's preferred destination. I don't think I've ever said that about an athlete ever. First of all, just that alone, why do you think the Washington Wizards were Trae's preferred destination?
Well,
You made a great point earlier. Tell him.
I mean, I genuinely think it's because it's the place he knows where he can play the way that he wants to play.
Exactly.
Right? If you look at how he played in Atlanta at times, they were better without him. That was the problem, right? And then it became a whole distraction. And so I think when he's there in Washington, it's a younger core that's still developing. They've been, as Leo says, in a rebuild for 1,000 years.
Yep.
And so if I'm Trae Young, I know that I can go in there and I can kind of do what I want to do, and I know that they're going to try and build around me.
But is that good for Trae Young? Is that good for the Washington Wizards, Leo?
For Trae Young, I mean, look, his value's down. I mean, there are no picks involved in this thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they just want to get rid of him. For Washington, hey, I don't know what Washington's doing. I really don't. They had Danny Avdija, right? Hey, Avdija, look what he's doing in Portland. And he's got a team-favorable contract. Well, if you're rebuilding, why'd you let him go?
Right.
He's a young kid, a young guy. And now you're bringing in Trae Young, and are you telling me he's good for the development of young guys? I don't see that.
No.
I don't see that at all.
Change of scenery sometimes is good, but I don't know that that's going to be the case.
Very quickly, for Atlanta, I like it. I like adding those two players, and you have flexibility. There's lots of talk of them wanting to get Anthony Davis from Dallas.
Well, CJ McCollum's got an expiring contract,
right?
So that's part of what could be the future. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're continuing to grow, right? I think if you look at Canadian Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I think he's been playing really well in the role that he's played. And I think if you look at Jalen Johnson, like
he's a stud.
It's his team, right? And so now you've gotten rid of the distraction that was Trae Young and all of the trades that were happening around you.
Yeah.
You still have conversation and now a little bit of space for someone like Anthony Davis or someone on a larger contract. And so if you're talking about building, you're now building in the right direction.
For sure.
Because
Unlike
you've got guys
Washington.
in there. Yeah, one team is going green arrows, the other's got some red flags waving.
It's a tough one for the Wizards. It's always tough for the Wizards. It's never tough when we have these guys here. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks, Jay.